the green flag. 25 laps the distance. We go from 6 to 4. Who will be the odd men out? We'll find out shortly. Right now it is go time with the 37 on the point, Matt Talbot. The 34, Sam Lincoln on the outside of the front row. Josh O'Hara and Bobby Betancourt Jr., row number 2. Ed Gould, Harold Holdsworth, row 3. Danny Massa, Greg Perry, Mike Henriques, Jordan Cordeira, Jared Cordeira, your top 10. They come off of turn number 4. Green flag is out. We're underway, pure stock style. And as they head down into turn number 1, they are side by side off the corner. Talbot trying to get the advantage. It's got a half a car length put down into 3. Lincoln evens it back up, down off of 4.
Lap number 1 complete. Matt Talbot is your leader with Josh O'Hara trying to get a good run on the inside. Doesn't have the room. 3 wide, a little deeper in the field between Holdsworth, Perry, and Henriques. They did a little bump and run down into 3 and 4. Talbot is still your leader with Bobby Betancourt and Ed Gould side by side for the 4th spot.
Perry threading the needles between Cordeira and Holdsworth, picking up a couple of spots there. Works the outside of Henriques off of turn number 2. Right now the battle is for 5th. Up on the outside is Betancourt. Down on the inside is Massa as they race side by side. Massa's got the advantage. And now the 0-3 fills the hole down on the inside as they hit turn number 1.
Into the backstretch they go, and it is the 21 and the 0-3. Betancourt and Henriques doing battle for the 6th position. Off of turn number 4 they come. Talbot is still your leader, but Betancourt slid way up the racetrack. He is now even Steven with Jared Cordeira in a turn number 2 for the 7th spot.
Betancourt backsliding on the top side. Cordeira gets by down low, and he's got Perry right underneath. Not anymore. Perry takes a look to the 3rd groove. Doesn't have the momentum as he settles it in back behind. Up front, it is Talbot setting the pace off of turn number 2. Here comes Lincoln, closes right up, takes a peek down to the inside, edges up ever so slightly, gets just enough room off of 4, down to the inside he goes. The runaway 34 looks for the lead down into 1.
Yeah, that runaway 34 trails the black and green 37 no longer. He has taken the lead at turn number 3 with O'Hara, Gould, and Massa, your top 5 up at turn number 4. Little cluster deeper in the field with Greg Perry chasing Scott Cestodio. They are 2 cars that could be on their way out tonight into turns 1 and 2.
Off at turn 2, and the 6 of Gould gets all sorts of crust up, and all of a sudden, here comes the 0 up on the outside. He's got some clean running room. He gets by the 0-3 of Henriques, takes a look to the outside of Massa. They come off of turn number 2, side by side. Perry with the run up top, looking for more into 3.
Right now it would be Ethan Souza and Jared Cordeira in brink of being eliminated, with Sam Lincoln opening up his lead by a car length and a half, with Massa and Perry, friends, battling side by side. Now Perry running up on Ed Gould. That's the battle for 4th into turns 3 and 4.
Keep your eyes on that battle between the 15, the 20, and the 30, all at the bottom end, and all of a sudden, here comes the 5 of Brightman. Started scratch on the field. He's working himself up through nicely. That is a battle for 10th. He takes that away up on the outside, plus a couple more as Greg Perry drops to the bottom of the 83, looking for 3rd. Takes it away down into turn number 1.
Sam Lincoln able to stretch his lead out by several car lengths as he hits turns 3 and 4 on Matt Talbot and Greg Perry, with Jared Cordeira getting a good run on the outside groove. He finds himself neck and neck with Ed Gould across the stripe. 13 laps on the board.
Brightman hard off the outside wall down the front straightaway as he bounces it off the concrete, trying to limp that car around as they head down the back straightaway. Up front, here comes Jared Cordeira up on the outside, takes a look to the outside of Baddock down into turn number 1, settles it in, shuts the door on Gould, while 0-3 of Henriques, the 41 of Massa, they battle right behind Gould down into turn 3.
Lincoln still leads as the top 6 find themselves nose to tail across the stripe. 14 laps on the board, 11 to go in this Super 6 feature. Lincoln still leads. Henriques got a little crossed up, trouble in turns 1 and 2. Holdsworth and Josh Baddock.
Jared Cordeira rounds out the top 5. Ed Gould is 6th. Danny Massa 7th. Mike Henriques 8th. Scott Cestodio 9th. Ethan Souza 10th. They get ready off of turn number 4. Green flag is out, and the 34 of Lincoln gets a good jump on the field. Here comes Greg Perry right behind him as they come off at turn number 2.
And Matt Talbot still finds himself side by side with Jared Cordeira for the third position off of turns 3 and 4. Lincoln is your leader. Cordeira threw it hard to the inside, doesn't have the momentum as to settle it back behind the Wild Man for the third position. Talbot and Massa, your top 5 down the back straightaway.
Right now, Souza and Henriques on the outside looking in. Souza tries to make it 3 wide bid. Gould gets sideways through turns 1 and 2. A bunch of cars gaggle for room, and it is the 1 of Conrad going around. The 6 of Gould coming to a stop. That's going to bring out the second caution of this event. Betancourt and Gould racing hard for position. Contact was made. 8 come in with a shot at the drive for the Cup. 6 will leave. 4 will leave still in the hunt. Green flag is out. We're back underway. And Lincoln looking for the jump. Perry hangs tight up on the outside as they roll down the back straightaway, wheel to wheel at the top of the field. They rolled on it to turn number 3. We are at lap 16, and Greg Perry noses out for the lead.
Still nose to nose across turn number 2. Perry able to hang on and spread out by just a moment. Jared Cordeira takes a peek to the inside on Lincoln. He has the running room. He is side by side with Lincoln for the second position. Breaks away from Lincoln, finds himself second with Massa and Scott Cestodio rounding out the top 5. Souza, as of right now, Ethan Souza and Mike Henriques, rather, the last 2 cars out. Something might have broke, however, on the Marco machine. He slid away up the racetrack.
Look at Cestodio and Talbot battle for position down the front straightaway. They are rubbing each other down in the corner as Ethan Souza follows him up on the inside. Down into 3 and 4, 19 laps up on the board. And Henriques has got to make some moves and got to make them quick because he is running out of time. He is 6th in the final 6. Can he make the move up as Talbot slides up and comes to a halt right along the back straightaway? No, he keeps it rolling. We stay green.
We stay green for the moment as Perry leads the Wolfpack into turns 1 and 2. Perry, Cordeira, Lincoln, Massa, your top 4. We are going to stay green. No, we're not. Trouble for Barishian. He does a 360 in the middle of turn 2 in the back straightaway. We are slowed up for the 3rd time tonight.
On the outside right now. That can change. 5 laps remain. They look the field over. There's a green flag. Nice even start at the top of the field. We're back underway. And Lincoln, Cordeira trying to get the run on the outside as they come off of turn number 2, but it's the inside lane with the advantage. Here comes Lincoln down to the inside of Cordeira.
Perry able to keep the lead from a hard-charging Lincoln as they cross the stripe. 21 laps on the board. 4 to go with Perry scratching out to a car length advantage. Cordeira finds himself second. Look at the battle between Souza and Massa for 4th. Souza got a good run on the outside. Will have momentum on his side through the stripe. He leads Massa for the moment into turn 2.
And he is in the final 4 as of right now, putting Cestodio out. Down into 3 and 4. Twin sticks are in the air. Greg Perry, Jared Cordeira, those are your top 2. Then it's Ethan Souza and Danny Massa. Can Cestodio or Henriques pull something out of the hat? They roll down into 3 and 4. White flag is in the air. Perry leads the charge. Keep your eyes on the 30, the 41, the 03, and the 15. Down into 1 and 2 for the final time as they come down the back straightaway. Souza is in. They come off of 4. Perry will take the win. Cordeira second. 3rd to the 34 of Lincoln with Danny Massa 4th. The 30 of Ethan Souza, your top 5. Those are your drivers in the chase, with the exception of Lincoln. Henriques and Cestodio are out of the final 4. But how about a round of applause for tonight's Pure Stock feature winner, Greg Perry. A good 3rd place finish tonight. Didn't make the cut for the final 6.
And the rules package is pretty important. You can't really do much starting deep, so I'm glad we put together a good qualifying run. We kind of just held on for dear life. Those guys, man, they're so fast driving around me on the outside, so good job, Greg and Jared. You guys ran a good race, so attaboy, Greg.
I know you got some people you want to thank.
Yeah, I want to thank all my sponsors, Lighthouse Building Remodeling, MWD Carpentry, CNC Construction, CCC Life Coach, and I got to thank my mom, got to thank Mike, got to thank Doug, everybody that helps me every week on this car, Paul, Brian Marson, all those guys. We thrashed on this car for 2 days and got back up front, so can't ask for more.
Good run. Great there, Pierre. A good run up on the outside towards the end, just a little bit short on that 0.
Yeah, he had a better car than me tonight. All practice long, we were free, and I knew we had to tighten it up tonight, so that's what we did, and we came out, and now we're moving on to the championship night.
It's got to feel real good going into next week, knowing that you're one of the final 4.
Yeah, absolutely. Greg can have the extra 25 pounds this week for the 3 wins, and I'll come back with what I have next year, start wherever I got to start, and just go straight to the front like I did tonight.
I know you got some people you want to thank.
Yeah, I want to start by my sponsors, Longplex, CJA, Mechanical Systems, Donate Life, Shots by Shay, Flagman Graphics for this sexy-looking car, Westgate's Performance, my dad, Pete, my sister, both sisters actually, my girlfriend, my grandparents for all they do for me, my dad, I don't know if I said him already, Cody in the pits, Adam, Little Bob, all the work we put. John didn't make it tonight, but he's here in spirit, but one hell of a run for us.
Absolutely. Congrats. Greg, at one point you got caught behind your back in the middle of the field, and all of a sudden you seemed to turn it right back on.
Yeah, there was a little traffic jam going on, so I just kind of sent it up in the second groove, and I think I gained like 4 or 5 cars. Cars is incredible on the outside. I think my brother-in-law, John, points me in the right direction. Everybody that helps me out in the pit, my buddy Cam tows me here every week, my buddy Rob, my buddy Joe, my buddy Tank, my mom, my girlfriend, Brent Bryson, my sister, and all my sponsors that helped me get here. Zoom Alt Tree, Minuteman Landscape Supply, Clone Towing, One Way, Auto Recycling, Chattersea Heating Plumbing, Planet Petroleum, AT&T Auto Sales, and Cam Ballmain, Cornwell Tools.
You got a championship to go for. You got it in you?
I'm going to try, man. I'm going to give it all.
That's all we can do. Congratulations. How about a round of applause?